Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with another nifty Quake tip from Jonathan Fatal1ty. It sounds like a biker name, and I got to admit, you're not really conveying the menace here.
I won one.
Well, that explains. This time we're talking tourney jumping. You're going to tell us how to fall down basically forever in Quake without doing any damage to yourself.
Well, basically, I'm going to show you how to fall about like 3 stories, which in Quake 3 will make you actually damage yourself. And I'll show you an example here. Like if I fall down with 81 health, I just lost 3 health.
That's bad.
I have a lot of armor, but usually I lose like 8 or 10 health.
So it adds up.
Yeah, it adds up, and especially like, you know, say if you have 3 health and stuff, and you get down there and get that health, I mean,
you're dead.
I mean, if you miss the health, you're dead.
That would be a problem.
So I have a little trick to show you here, where basically be falling down here, and boo.
Wait a minute.
I had 78 health when I fell down.
You still had 78 health.
Yes, I did not lose any health, and basically also when I landed, I made no noise.
We like that.
So when the opponent thinks you're up here and you fall down like that, you can actually sneak behind him, and he still thinks you're up there.
You're all stealthy.
And then I come back around here and I get him from behind.
Sneak up and waste him.
Exactly.
This is a good thing.
I'm
starting to understand why they call you Fatality. So how exactly do we do this nifty little dropping thing?
Well, basically, you're at the top of the jump pad here, and you're going to fall down right in front of the jump pad, like right in front of it.
So you put a mark. That's basically a mark you can aim at.
Yeah, I mean, you can put a mark down there, just practice it and stuff, but you have to land right in front of it to have the effect.
And you don't jump back up, and you don't lose life, and you're really, really quiet.
Exactly.
I like it. So tell me what the whole Fatality.com, that's your website, right?
Yeah, Fatal1ty.com is...
You're doing mouse pads?
I'm going to do some gaming mouse pads.
Big, honking gaming mouse pad.
Yes,
this is the biggest mouse pad I've ever seen. We can't even get the whole... There we go. Now we've got the whole thing in the frame. Well, it's almost as wide as I am.
Well, basically, with the bigger mouse pad, you're going to be able to have a bigger area to work on. Okay. And also, in gaming, if you have a lower sensitivity, you're able to aim more precise.
Got it.
If you have a lower sensitivity, you have to move the mouse.
You got to go halfway across the desk.
Exactly. So, I mean, you have to have a bigger mouse pad. Because if you're on one, I mean, I can't even turn around on a little mouse pad. So I have to be able to turn around all over the place to get my aim precise. And it's a disadvantage when you have to pick up your mouse all the time to get it.
I'll buy it. Yeah. Okay. How much does one of these cost?
We don't really know yet. I mean, we're looking at the price range maybe around $15 to $20 probably. And we're also going to do a smaller version too, an 8x10. But this is like a 15x11.
This is the big honking mouse pad.
Yeah.
So what kind of a bike did you win?
I won a Suzuki Hayabusa at 1300cc.
Have you managed to...
I have never got on it.
That's the scariest bike in the planet.
I think after I'm playing Quake at night, I jumped on it and just pretend I was riding it.
Because you can't... It goes like 400 miles an hour in the straight line.
Fastest street legal bike in the world.
It doesn't turn very well. Martin, do you have a caller? Over there?
I sure am, Patrick. I'm here with Dennis Thresh Fong. You used to be the world champion Quake player, correct?
That's right.
When was this?
Well, I was a champion in Doom 2, Quake, and Quake 2.
So you were on top of the heap for years.
For a little while,
Man, that's got to be quite a feeling when you become the world champion in something like Quake. Describe that for us.
Well, it's just like winning anything. I mean, I used to play tennis, you know.
Except you won a Lamborghini or something for it, didn't you?
I won a Ferrari playing it.
Well, there you go. So it's not like the tennis I played in high school and the junior varsity squad, I'll tell you that. But now you're going to show us one of the reasons you did become the world champion at Quake. This is a little trick called Strafe Jumping. What is that?
Well, Strafe Jumping, I mean, people call it different things. Some people call it bunny hopping, and it works generally with all the Quake engine games. And essentially what you can do, you want to be holding the forward button and the strafe button at the same time, and then you want to be moving the mouse slightly towards the same direction. So say if you're strafe jumping left, you want to be moving the mouse left. And if you keep doing this, if you keep jumping, you have to time it, and it takes a lot of practice.
Yeah, it sounds kind of complicated. You got to use 9 or 10 fingers to do this.
Right. But if you get it right, you can essentially pick up a lot of speed, more so than if you were just running.
Okay, normally. Let's take a look. Let me see the difference between just walking regular. Just walk regular
Well,
first.
so that's fatalities on the screen, and he's going to be walking through this map regularly.
Okay, just walk down the screen, fatality.
Well, what I'm going to do is give him a head start.
Okay.
And then I'll show you.
Okay,
how I can catch up
So
to
he's going to start. You're going to catch up to him because you're strafe jumping.
Oh.
And you fell down the hole.
I fell down the hole.
World champion Dennis Fong. Fell down the hole.
All right, let's try this one more time, all right? All right, go ahead. So, you see, I'm
you're like Carl Lewis running past that guy. He only got a plasma gun.
So, that's strafe jumping.
Strafe jumping, all right. And, of course, we have the instructions on how to do that on our website, thescreensavers.com. Thank you very much, Thresh. We're going to be back a little bit later to hear more about your views on the future of gaming, all right? All right, and everyone else, stay where you are.
I'm over here in the lab. We got Thresh and Fatal1ty nuking each other back and forth on Quake 3. Now Fatal1ty, a.k.a. Jonathan Wendell, for those of you who prefer real names and not Quake handles, is going to give us a Quake 3 tip. Is this the dreaded plasma jump?
Yeah, it's basically going to be teaching how to get up on the top of the level on 24 without rocket jumping or taking a lot of damage.
Okay, so basically...
I'll show you, like this jump pad right here, jumping up, you can't make it up. It's pretty much impossible. I mean, this jump pad, won't allow you to get that high. So with the plasma jump, you're able to jump over here, jump off the wall, and actually plasma jump up off top.
So basically, because if you shoot the rocket straight down, you jump up, but you do lots of damage to yourself.
Yeah, you do lots
I should
of
point out,
damage.
he did this first shot every time before the cameras were turned on him. That's a good one. So
He's
basically,
pretty good in pressures, though.
using the plasma gun to climb the walls.
Yeah, you climb the wall and you get right up on top. So it takes a little practice and stuff, but like that, you just get up on top and then you have an advantage over your opponent. And being above your opponent is always better than being below.
Because it's easier to shoot down.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, one more question for you. Frames per second, crucial.
Very crucial. It's just like, imagine like a guy's moving across screen like at, say 20 frames per second. He's like chop, 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 chop.
Like our friend who was having trouble with his video at 5 frames per
Yeah,
second.
like that's impossible to even play on. You would probably never even kill a guy.
You'd be getting blown up.
Yeah, every time. So basically, if you're moving like 120 frames, like you have a Pentium 4, 1.8 or 2.5 gigahertz like this computer, you'd be flying with the GeForce card.
So is anybody really going to see a difference? But between 40 and 60, 60 and 100.
Huge. If you want to be the...
Don't game without it.
Don't game without it. If you want to have a chance online against our competitors, because they're wasting their money, they're spending all their money on that...
faster machines.
Yeah, faster machines. It's just the key. You'll be able to see the opponent move a lot smoother and a lot more crisp, and you're able to get a locked target on a lot faster.
Makes sense. One last question. How did you get the Nommer Fatal1ty?
Fatal1ty actually came from Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
I just huge Mortal Kombat fan ever since I was like 12 years old, and I used to spend hundreds of dollars at the arcades going there and playing against other opponents and stuff. Just so much fun. It was so much fun when I got so good I could put a quarter and play for like 2 hours because no one could beat me. So it was pretty fun.
And Fatal1ty stuck. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find out more about Fatal1ty's current projects, what he's working on later in the show. Stay where you are, though. Still to come.
Hey, welcome back. We're back at the lab area here with the Quake expert, Thresh, also known as Dennis Fong. Now, you're going to show us another tip right now that's going to help us decimate the competition. It's a shooting tip for getting through doors. Explain.
Actually, it's more of a tactic than an actual trick. Essentially, what we're trying to do, a lot of people, when they want to open a door, they just walk up to it.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, in this game, you can actually open it by shooting it.
No.
So what that does is, if you have an enemy in there, you can actually open it with a machine gun and then shoot it with a railgun really quickly. So, for example, if he's on the other side, there's an armor on the other side of the map.
Totally.
He wouldn't be expecting you to be, if he knows you're on this side of the map, he wouldn't be expecting you to be able to shoot him as he's getting the armor. So
that's awesome, because every time I go through a door, a zombie monster claws me in the face. And that's not going to happen anymore.
Exactly.
We were talking about professional gaming earlier in the show, and you've been sort of a professional gamer for years now.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the future of a professional gaming league? Is there merit to this? Is there going to be a professional sport, a big thing in America, you think?
I think sometime in the future. I think the timing-wise, we don't really know exactly when it's going to happen, but I think a lot of us gamers know that it will happen sometime. But I think really what's really holding back gaming right now is, there's a technological side to it, but I think really it's probably more cultural. In that gaming, I think in the past was not really a cool thing to do or talk about.
Not at all. It was the thing that the nerds did.
Exactly. But I think more recently with the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox and a lot of these future things. In the rock stars, everyone's talking about playing games now.
Absolutely.
I think it's really changing the perception of what people have about games and gamers. And I think as that perception changes, I think, professional gaming will grow into something really big.
Yeah, I think sort of the shift, the big shift of the great games from the computer to the living room is having a big effect on making it more palatable to widespread America and not have them consider it just something for nerds to do, sitting up all night playing at the computer screen.
Exactly. You got it.
Yeah, right on. So hopefully we're going to have this professional gaming league. It's going to be big in America before you have to join the senior tour. But should we start? Should we put it in this? I mean, how do we go about doing this? Do we start at the schools? Is that where get them young to maybe have a junior varsity, or maybe for gym class in the kindergartens we have them play some Quake after the volleyball unit?
That would be really cool, but I think I don't know if it's going to happen.
Much?
Yeah, it's a little much.
Well, we can only hope. We can only hope. Thresh, as always, great having you on the show. Thank you for showing us all these wonderful Quake tips. I'm going to do very well
You're welcome.
in the game tonight. All right, Patrick.